Hey, bro, is you serious? I mean, nah, I'm about to dip. I just got the chair, cuz. Come on, man. Alright. I mean, I hate to have to do it to him. Now, I gotta do it to him. Hey, yo, don't blame me. Shit. It's shot for.
Okay. Shot a barber. Cash or trash. Another episode, season 2. We still doing it. Listen, y'all, some big brother advice, right? I've been cutting hair for quite a while, okay? And I've been doing this thing with the money for quite a while, okay? I noticed that there are a lot of young barbers out there that do not understand the importance of maintaining and managing your money. Me personally, I had to learn it on some OJT type stuff, right? On the job training. But for you, you get to pick my brain a little bit, and I'm going to tell you here's a simple system that you can use, okay? Just big brother advice, okay? Here's a simple system. If you work from Tuesday to Saturday, right? All the money that you make from Tuesday to Friday, put that in your bank account. Pay yourself on Saturday. I'm Shot a Barber. That's my pro tip. Let's get into the show. Cash and trash, you know what I'm saying? We got DeadStock Barbershop. We already reviewed them before, and if you go back and look, I'll probably post a thumbnail somewhere where it's efficient but effective. That video is very dope fade. One of my favorite YouTube barbers, you know what I'm saying? By me doing these videos, I get to see my favorite barbers on YouTube. These people are just brand new to me, and I'm like, wow, these guys can really cut. So I get a little excited with it as well. But DeadStock Barbershop and another one of my new favorites, right? Because you can learn a lot from these people, and I'm learning. You know what I'm saying? Is Tay Stacks cuts. That boy could cut. Boy, that boy could cut. I gotta give props to do. DeadStock. I'm happy. I got a little happy when I saw this video because it's for balding men, right? So he's gonna show you how to cut a head when you're losing your hair. Now, me personally, I call it a blendini. I don't know if he has a name. However, I will say this. I kind of cheated this video a little bit. Normally, I don't watch it. I usually watch it with y'all. We usually watch it together at the same time. But I did cheat a little bit because I was in the shop when I saw the video and I just kind of like saved it. Yeah, I'm going to have to check that one out later. So I did kind of cheat. But, we about to get into it, man. You know what I'm saying? It's Cash or Trash. You know what I'm saying? And we're going to get into it. Of course, it might be one or two commercials. Bear with me here because I still didn't get premium. I need some subscribers. Somebody help me. Come on, gang. Let's get into it.
As you can see, you're late to class. We've already begun cutting down his hair.
Jeez.
And this is our Andis ZR2s with the metal 0A blade on them.
Jeez.
This is one of the quickest haircuts you'll ever do.
First of all, let me say this. The one thing about this guy that I absolutely love, and I really need, once again, we learn from each other. Iron sharpens iron. His editing is crazy. His editing. Tay Stacks, video quality and editing. I got to learn from these guys.
It is a OA. You might have to open it up just a little bit more, but as you can see, it's
so
blending
he already
really
started
easily. The balding areas are...
Okay, so he didn't even really show. This is his first time showing it. All right, so he have balding. He got the male pattern baldness where he's losing his hair in the corners of his head, right? And odds are he may have, no, he do, around the crown. Okay, so he apparently he took it down real low, and then he's going to come across and probably take this part right here. Yeah, I hope he don't take that off. Yeah, we gotta see what he's gonna do.
So much more prominent when the hair is longer on top. Without any enhancements, you can see that it appears to go all the way across. That's what we mean when we say a ghost line. Gear up for next week because we got more quality content coming your way in episode 3 of our 4-part thinning hair technique series.
Oh, that was just the intro? Oh, that was the intro? Oh, first of all, I get tired of these videos where they be giving you the haircut and the preview and everything. You know what I'm saying? Like it give you the preview and the haircut and show you everything, and then they show you the points that they think is dope, and then I get to that part and it'd be like, boo. All right, am I rambling? Okay, let's get back to the show.
What's going on, guys? Welcome back. I am Christopher Manyweather, and this is DeadStock Barbershop.
Christopher Manyweather. Christopher Manyweather. We listen, we don't judge.
This is episode 3 of our thinning hair techniques 4-part series.
That's just a funny name.
Stay tuned because this one is going to be very, very different than the others. So first thing that I want to point out is the trouble areas for this young man. As you can see, all those arrows are pointing at the darkest spot. So he has a light spot in the middle. We spin him so we can observe the hair. This is a part of the consultation. This is where you learn exactly what you're looking to do. As you can see, it's the same way on top.
That's right. Yep. This is all the dark spots. That's where you're thinning that on top. Okay.
It's very, very thin on top. So those are darker spots on the outside. From the side, you can see the same thing right here. Everything around those 2 light spots is dark. So what do? We figure it out during the consultation. I know now that I have to take down all the dark spot.
See, a lot of times the consultation is just basically you taking a moment to observe the hair, the direction of the hair, the quality of the hair, the texture of the hair, and just basically assessing the job that you're about to get into a lot of times.
As we said in our other videos, to blend in the rest. So we're going to start with our masters all the way open and cut the hair down.
My bad, I said wall.
Before I forget to say it, I wanted to say how thankful I am for you.
See, now here's what I would do, right here. As he's right around this part right here, you see how it's thinning. It's thin right here. What I would do is I'll get really close to that line, but I wouldn't cross that line. Right where it start to thin, I'll get really close to that line, but I wouldn't cross it. I wouldn't cross it because if you cross it and you go too far, then you cut the lighter spots. You'll cut the lighter spots even lighter, which will make it harder to blend in. Okay? So what you will want to do is you'll get close to that line, and then you'll either put a guard on or open the clippers all the way, depending on the levels on the side. Also, what I would do is cut the sides a little lower than the top. Even though we're about to blend it, that's a blendini. You're about to blend it, I'll cut the sides a little lower than the top or the balding spots, right, or the thinning spots, and then blend it in. So that's how you it's best
open
to do that.
And cut the hair down. Before I forget to say it, I wanted to say how thankful I am for you guys who have been following this series since the first episode. We've made it to episode 3. We have 1 more left. The comments and the feedback have been nothing.
Get off the phone, bro. We ain't got time for you to be on the phone. If I'm cutting on this side of your head, man, you got 2 ears, man. Switch the other ear, man. Why would you have the clippers right here and now I got to fight around the phone? Man, get off the phone, champ. What's wrong with you, man? Why I got to fight around the phone? Switch ears, man. Geez, that phone call ain't that important.
People are being helped by these videos. So you guys continue to leave comments because it is very encouraging to me. It lets me know that what I'm doing is not in vain and that I'm helping somebody grow.
And I'm sorry for stopping it, y'all. I probably am. I promise you, I'm sorry for stopping because there's a lot going on in here. This is the only time I approve using a brush to cut. It's the only time I approve using a brush because the hair is already super, super low. It's already super low.
I want you guys to take note of how I'm cutting this hair.
See, I will put a guard on
the grain.
that.
I actually won't touch the very top of his head where it's thinner at. The reason I'm cutting this part with the grain is because this hair texture is actually different than the texture that's in the middle. So I'm just taking it down, kind of trying to eyeball it and see what I'll have to do to make it look much better. But I'll end up taking it down against the grain because what we're doing before we start the actual fade, we're going to blend. So we knock down everything to the one with the masters open or the no guard masters open, and now we're blending it into the top. So that's what's going on. So
and there you have it, guys, a blending.
That's all done and it's all blended in. Then we'll set our guideline and begin the actual fade process. I've said in one of my previous videos where I'll link it that haircuts break down in 3 parts for me. You have the established length on top, you have the blend, which is what we're doing right now, and you have the fade. So I see a lot of people who they got the length on top and they have a fade, but it doesn't blend into the top correctly.
That fade,
we are working.
That boy can cut. That fade is cash. I might have to drop a cash. I might have to drop applause for that fade right there. That's cash. Yeah. It look like a unit though. He look like he got a unit on. Chris, you doing units over there, buddy? Huh? Tell me the truth. You doing units? Tell me the truth. You doing the units over there? Oh, there we go. I knew it was coming. I knew it was coming. It was just too good to be true.
Wearing hats. Many believe that frequent hat wearing causes hair loss because it suffocates the scalp. Hair follicles actually get oxygen from the bloodstream rather than the air, so wearing hats has no effect on hair loss. And that's today's DeadStock Shock Drop. Every tutorial I randomly drop one fun fact about hair and hair cutting. This information may come back up in later videos as a means of winning giveaways, so make sure you are paying attention and storing this knowledge. Make sure you stick around through the rest of this video because coming up shortly, I have more information about thinning hair that I know you probably never heard and it's going to blow your mind. This is a bonus tip you don't want to miss.
That's right.
So as I showed you guys earlier, the whole area around the crown was...
You see that? See, when he got real close to the, he actually did what I said. He got real close to the thinnest spots. Then he put a guard on and started blending right up. And that's a blendini. So now he's going to try to figure this part out right here. So I want to see how he do this. Because I actually may, if he don't do it to my liking, I may do a video showing how to blend that part of the hair. That part where, the part where you have like they have what we call them hot spots or whatever. Certain spots are thicker and certain spots are not, like as you see, it's not consistent in here. So blending this part and this part with all of that. You know what I'm saying? So I want to see how you do that.
So we have to make sure not only to cut down the hair on the sides and blend that in, but the hair on the top as well. Only the hair closest to it, because everything else will kind of blend in on its own. These rules are not for every haircut. It's very specific. Make sure that you're customizing these haircuts for your clientele. So that swooping motion that you just saw me do with my finger, I was actually pointing out to you the thinning area in the bottom of the crown to kind of avoid having to even play with that line.
You're going to drop a fade on that joint.
Guideline above it, because the goal is to make these haircuts look like he just wears a low haircut.
Yeah, he's dropping a fade on. We want to make sure
that he can get the best haircut he can get.
And that's actually the best thing.
The system is close, open, halfway, and quarter of the way.
A lot of times when guys hairline is receding, going back, the vertical bar get to be super long. And the best haircut for them at that point is a bald fade. Or some type of fade.
We're starting off with the clippers
closed all the way. We're trying to fade that part out to make that vertical
sure that we go up high enough. A lot of you guys say you struggle with taking out that line. Make sure you go over it at least a quarter to a half an inch. And if by chance you still see the line there at the end, just go ahead, grab your trimmers, whatever you set that line in there with, and bump it out.
Bump it out with the trimmers.
Now we're going to move to the back side of his head, and we're going to do the same exact steps as we did on the other side.
How many of y'all got those clippers? I never had them. I never bought them.
For all of you guys who are joining us for the first time, I'm Christopher Manyweather. This is DeadStock Barbershop, and I make videos right here on YouTube to help you take your careers to the next level. That's whether you're currently a barber or if you're an aspiring barber and you're in barber school or you're thinking about joining barber school. You know, these videos are going to help you along the way. If you guys have any questions, make sure that you leave it in the comment section below because I will respond to every single one.
For sure. And really what made me laugh is because I'm a boxing fan, guys. And as of today, I think we're at the 10th or something like that. As of today, September 10th, I think September 13th is the fight. I'm picking Canelo. But Floyd Mayweather, right? When he said Chris Manyweather, I'm thinking Floyd Mayweather. So that's what really, it was like, whatever. It was funny to me, okay? Just because you didn't laugh don't mean I'm not going to laugh. I'm going to laugh. Just because you ain't laugh. It was funny to me. Not the man's name, just the Mayweather. I ain't gonna keep on trying to explain these corny jokes to y'all.
So once we finish detailing like what we're doing right now, we're gonna go ahead and bald the rest of his haircut out and just take all the hair that you see in the back off. These are my Babyliss trimmers. They are 0 gap. And as you can see, they give a really close cut.
Really close
and on
cut.
average, African-American hair is much thinner than, you know, straight hair. So when we bald it out, you really don't have to use electric shavers unless they ask for it.
That's right. See, guys like him, guys like Tay Stacks, guys like what's my man? Man, what's that young boy name? I had this joint. I think I got it right here. I think I got it somewhere around here. What was his name? Thomas Cudditt. That was his name. Thomas Cudditt. These guys, man, they actually do a good job at explaining and breaking down the process, right? And on Barber Style Directory too, they do a good job at breaking down the process and explaining it to you and explaining it, you know what I mean, step by step. So if you pay attention, you'll catch on. You'll catch on really fast. And then you could come look at Cash and Trash and watch me break down what they break down. So you got a double breakdown.
So now we prepare for the lineup. What I like to do and how I like to teach it is start in the middle, work your way right, start in the middle, work your way left. And I'll just bounce back and forth, side to side, or sometimes I'll go from the middle all the way left or all the way right. It's really personal preference, whatever you got to do to get the line as straight as possible for you.
And off of that, right? Usually what I do is I'll try to center my client. And oddly, I'll go with the strongest side, and I'll try to or do I go with the strongest side? I think I go with the weakest side and then build off of that. I always go with the weakest side and build off of that.
So I mentioned earlier that I had a bonus nugget for you guys if you stuck around. So here it is. Hereditary baldness is not caused by hair falling out, but rather by normal hair gradually being replaced by finer, thinner hairs. And that's what you're looking at on the top of his head. So his hair has been replaced. It's not the same texture as the sides, corners, or the back of his head. So that's why the hair on top looks much different. I rarely touch the top of his head when it comes to cutting that hair down because it's so fine, it just lays down.
I swear, I don't want to keep stopping this, but it's so much information to learn here. That's why I got. What happens is the follicle starts to close up a little bit, right? Like your follicle is open, like a hole. You know what I'm saying? And then it just starts to close and close and close and close. And as the follicle closes, the hair comes out finer and finer. That's actually what happens. That the follicle, the hole in the follicle is closing, right? Because it's essentially dying off. You know what I'm saying? So it's closing, and it's making the hair, when the hair grow out a little finer. Yeah, I did my research too, champ.
So over the course of the series, you guys see me using these trimmers a lot. Just trying to force myself to use them. I'm buying these products, but I've been spoiled. My Babyliss, like, they hit like no other. You guys are going to see me pull them out and go over this line with it. There's no comparison. Like, I can't even get a good ash line with those, but look at what you'll see with these. Just one tap, you just start to see the ash line.
The ash line is crazy.
So here's the before. Our clients will age. We can't control that. They begin to lose their hair. We can't control that either. But what we can control is learning and applying the necessary skills required to make our clients look and feel their best no matter what stage of life they're in. Thank you all for watching today. I hope you have enjoyed the series so far. If you
natural, clean, efficient.
Either of the first 2 episodes, the links will be below. Get ready for next week because we have
consistent
4th and final episode of this series. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns, be sure to mention it in the comment section below, as well as follow me on Instagram to DM me for a more personalized response. Once again, I am Christopher Manyweather with DeadStock Barbershop. Thanks and God bless.
Christopher Manyweather, DeadStock Barbershop. Is this cut cash or is this cut trash? Come on, y'all. Y'all already know, man. This cut cash, man. This dude, you know what he's talking about, man. He blending, long, crispy, fade, nice, clean, neat. Man. This dude, man, he gotta make me want to go back and cut some more hair today, man. Golly, what's wrong? I like the guys that make me want to cut. Chris Manyweather, DeadStock Barbershop, Cash or Trash. I'm Shot a Barber. What's the difference between a good haircut and a bad haircut? 2 weeks. Oh yeah, this is Cash or Trash.